Welcome to today's video. This video is the second half of my previous video called Scouting Hay Feilds. In this video, I'm going to show you the vertical tillage tool called the accelerator. I'm going to be moving some hay around and drilling an alfalfa field. Let's get right into it. This here's the accelerator. It's the vertical tillage machine that I'm going to be borrowing today. Now I'm going to do it real quick because I'm going to spin everything here and make sure all the bearings are good. The bearings were good on the machine. Now a few weeks ago when I used this tractor, the light came on saying clean the air filter. So I'm going to check this air filter real quick and clean it up, and then we'll get going. Well, there goes that. Air filter's good. Now time to check the oil real quick. Looks like we might need to add a little bit. Not too sure if you can tell, but just right below that add line. Have someone coming in an hour to pick up some small square bales. I'm going to try to get them moved. It's going to take me about an hour to do that field. So I'm going to come back to this after I unload that hay. In the meantime, I'm going to go run some errands around town, and then I'll catch you guys back here in a little bit. I just got done running my errands. Part of the hay that I'm selling today is on this bale wagon, which I've shown in a previous video on kind of how it works. The rest of the hay that I'm being sold is in a building in town that I'm renting. So I'm going to take this bale wagon, take it to town, and I'm going to meet the guy in town to sell the hay. I'm here at the building I'm renting in town. I got some hay moved. I have the bale wagon right here. I'm gonna go back home. It's currently noon right now. I'm gonna go back home and run the accelerator on that field, and we'll see how things go from there. Gotta take these locks out here real quick. Just a simple pin. I am using auto steer because I'm young and stupid and I don't like to work. It's just what you get with my generation. A bunch of worthless kids. I'm now done at the field here and I am folding the machine up. I'm going to go back home and I'm going to grab a bite to eat. And then I'm going to hook the drill up, and I'm not going to be using the 40-foot drill as you saw me use in another one of my videos. I'm going to be using a 14-foot drill. The reason is that the 40-foot drill isn't around here, and it would just take me too much time to get the drill back here and clean it out. So in this scenario, in my situation, it's just quicker to use a smaller drill. So I just ate some lunch and there's a quick change in plans. I'm going to have someone else come out here in a few hours. He's going to pick up a load of round bales. Well, the Bobcat I have access to is in town, so I'm gonna go hook up the trailer real quick and bring that Bobcat back here so I can load him up with some round bales. I'm back at the farm. Going to unload this Bobcat and put the bale spear on. I want to go ahead and take it over to the hay barn. And I'm not too sure when this guy is going to be here, but I'll find out here sooner or later, and it'll help me determine on what I'm gonna do. Well, I got the Bobcat over here. I'm gonna go ahead and unhook the baler and hook the drill up, and we'll see how things go from there. I just unhooked the baler, and I also just loaded another customer up with some hay. I will have to deliver some round bales here in a few hours, but I want to go ahead and try to set this drill up. This is the drill I'm going to be using, and I'm not very familiar with this drill. I'm more familiar with the 40-foot Landau drill. So setting this drill up for alfalfa and orchard grass is going to be a bit of a test for me, because this drill runs and operates completely different compared to that other one. I have the drill backed up here, because all my seed is right in here. I had the drill set up. The only thing that's not set up is the depth. I won't know if the depth's right until I get out in the field. I just gotta add the seed in. But before I do that, I'm gonna grab my dad's truck and hook up to the gooseneck flatbed trailer we have, and I'm gonna go deliver some bales about a few miles down the road. And then I'll get back to this drilling. Well, I thought before I hooked that trailer up, I would come over here real quick and make sure those 3 stubborn calves that couldn't figure out how to cross this fence, just wanted to make sure they found our ways over here so I can shut this gate back up. Have the trailer hooked up. Let's get some of these moved. Well, it took me a little longer than I thought to deliver that hay, but I'm going to start drilling that field first thing in the morning. It's getting a little too late and a little too dark, and I really don't want to mess with setting the drill up in the dark. So I want to go get a good night's sleep, and we'll continue on tomorrow morning. All right, now it's the morning, and I want to fill this drill up with seed. When you open it up, you want to make sure there's no other seeds in here. It looks like there's a few soybeans, but I can live with a few soybeans there. They're just gonna die this winter anyhow. I did buy my orchard grass and my alfalfa separate, so I do have to hand mix the alfalfa and orchard grass together. And to do that, I'm just simply using the bucket. Well, I'm out here at the field to drill. We're having a bit of issues trying to set the depth. We have everything on the shallowest settings. We have the pressure backed all the way off. And we're still planting just a little too deep. So I'm going to try taking the hoses off the drill and let them dangle, just a few of them, and maybe that'll let the seeds sit more closer to the top of the ground. These are the hoses I'm going to take off. I'm just going to let these hoses dangle, and the seeds should drop right in the ground. Then I'm hoping that the closing wheel and with the opening disc, now it'll kick up enough dirt to kind of make a better soil contact. But it's just a little experiment I'm going to try, and if it works, then I might just keep it this way. I'm just going to see what I did, if it's working, and I think, yeah, I'm seeing a little bit more alfalfa on the ground. Yeah. There's one right there. There's also one, not too sure if you can see it. There's a seed right in there. Well, all the hoses in the back are off, but I want to keep the ones in the front on, so there's still a little bit being planted, and yet there's still some with the hoses off. It allows a more shallower depth. got done drilling this 10-acre field, I'm gonna go spot plant the other 30-acre field that I didn't tear up, that I decided was good enough to keep. But I think you guys seen enough of me here today, so I'm gonna go ahead and end today's video. So if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and comment down below. And if you really enjoyed it, please share it with your friends and family on social media. Thanks for watching.